I like this look. What do you think? This is chapter 20 of How to Ruin Your Life. Ignore your family. Get rid of those balls and chains. This is contrary to what you may have heard from other folks, but it's true. Nonetheless, at least for you. Family? Pfft, they're just a burden on you anyway. Who needs them? Sure, they're there for you whenever you need companionship and support. As if a superhero like you needed such trivialities. Ha! That's right. When the rest of the world has forgotten you, they're there. So freaking what? You have to be a Rolling Stone, a freewheeling guy with no attachments, Jack Nicholson in Easy Rider. You have to be Marlon Brando in The Wild One and Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. You have to be free to act out your dreams and fantasies. A family only slows you down. Of course, you want them around when they can do something for you, but when they need you, the hell with them. Responsibilities, such as paying bills and helping to cook dinner? Forget it. When did James Bond have to pay utility bills or help with algebra homework? No, that's not for a secret agent, playboy, and rock star like you. You think Dirty Harry had stacks of bills to pay? Pfft. Or spelling lists to help his kids with? No way. Look, you might condescend to be there when your son scores the winning goal. You'll show up if your daughter is elected homecoming queen. Sure, but if they have problems, it'll do them good to work them out just by themselves. That's how character gets built. Just ignore your kids when they need you and see how big and strong they grow up to be, and how happy and proud you'll be if you know in your heart that you ignored them when they were young. Yes, I know, when you ignore them, it's not always pretty. They may cry or look hurt, but that's just part of growing up. If they were as smart as you, and who is, the world would know that you're doing them a huge favor by forcing them to make it on their own. I mean, teenagers are always whining that they want to be left alone. Well, here's their chance. You'll be off living it up and saving the universe and sleeping late. In the end, both you and the kids will be a lot better off. Your parents, screw them. They're boring, and what the heck did they ever do besides nag you? In fact, their behavior is usually outrageous, practically unforgivable. They tell you, mighty you, what to do. You, that's right. They tell you to eat right, to get enough sleep, to save your money, to be careful. Can you believe that? That's like telling a river how to flow or the stars how to shine. Maybe they did some things for you when you were a child. Maybe they fed you and sheltered you and cleaned up your poop. Maybe they were patient with you when no one else would be. Maybe they were in your corner when you would have been alone. So what? That was what they were supposed to do. How many times did they have to get the message? They did their job, and now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. And by the way, in the extremely unlikely event that anyone would say there's anything wrong with you, it's your parents who screwed you up. Let's not forget that. Those old folks who try to look so sweet and innocent and harmless. By every psychiatric theory, parents are to blame for everything. I'm sorry, that's just so funny. So if you're a bit selfish sometimes and don't always remember every single detail of what you're supposed to do, whose fault is that? Righto. It's their fault. And no one else's. So forget them, I say. They're lucky you don't report them to someone, even now, when you're 30 or 40. And if you find yourself feeling lonely without them, just have a drink or buy something. Your spouse keeps demanding your attention while you should be getting it all. And she expects you to actually do things around the house. I mean, what are wives and husbands for? To look good and be available for sex in the event you feel like having it. That's what. After that, they might be as well as prison guards. As well be prison guards. After that, they might as well be prison guards. If they're just gonna tell you what to do, who needs them? A mate should just be there when you want something, and then still be still and silent the rest of the time, like a comfy chair. If wifey or hubby can't do that, just get them the hell out of your life. That's what you do. Family is highly overrated. You'll do great without them. And really, they'll be better off too. The world is such a warm, friendly place that it just makes sense for people to be out in it as individuals, not with anyone on their team, especially not if it means that any real effort by you. Especially not if it means any real effort by you. Just ditch your family. But by all means, do expect them to be there for you if you need them on the spur of the moment. That concludes Chapter 20 of How to Ruin Your Life, Ignore Your Family.
Kind of looks like me a little bit, I think.
How about these?